Hello everyone, welcome to Arcadia. I'm the first Arcadian and this is Arcadia Unboxed, the series of videos where I unbox miniatures that I would be unboxing anyways, but this way I get to share the experience. And this time I have with me some boxes of the Fangs and Talons expansion. This was a collection released by Wizkids in November 2020 for the first time, and it contains 46 miniatures which are mostly monsters, which is the type of collection that I love the most because you can never get too many monsters. So let's get to the unboxing part, which is the real meat and juice of this video. From this collection I already unboxed 4 boxes I think it was 2 years ago, and I was fairly impressed. I was really excited about what I was getting. Let's unbox the first miniature, and it seems to be a small one. Is this a Blight or is this I feel like this is going to be a Twig Blight. Yes, it is a Twig Blight. It is one of the few monsters in D&D that have the plant type, and though you don't find them a lot in adventures and stuff, blights I mean, it is a monster that I think it's severely underused, and I also feel like we could use some more types of blight in D&D. The Twig Blight is the smallest and the weakest of the blight species. According to legend, the Blights were born when a vampire named Gulthias was pierced with a wooden stake to the heart, but as the blood of that vampire infused into the stake, even though the vampire was killed, the roots, or the stake took roots and blossomed a tree called the Gulthias tree, and that's what gave origins to the Blight, if my memory is correct. So it is also it is a cool miniature and a cool monster to use in many campaigns, mostly as a low-level tier adventures, but it is also surprisingly fitting for vampire adventures, so consider using this in your Curse of Strahd campaign. I'm not sure if blights are a canonical part of Curse of Strahd. The second miniature is a taller one. It's a humanoid, I think. What is this? Oh. Okay, interesting. This is a skeletal alchemist. I never saw a stat block of a skeletal anything rather than a skeleton. I mean, the only variation that I think I saw was the giant skeleton and the minotaur skeleton, but this is a pretty cool concept, and a very versatile miniature as well. Not only you can use it as a skeleton alchemist, whatever that is, you can actually use it as a lich or as a dark mage of sorts. It is a really cool miniature and has a little potion bottle on the hand. The camera is not going to focus this close. The golden trims on the clothes is really cool. The veins indicating that the clothes are undulating is also pretty realistic. And the hat is a really nice touch, the shape. This is a very cool miniature. I feel like we went from the undead, the Boneyard collection, to the Fangs and Talons one. I was expecting to get some more monsters, but I'm still getting undead, so guess that's me. The third small miniature of this box is... Oh, I know what this is. This is a monster that was first... described in 5th edition in Volo's Guide to Monsters, in Mordenkind's Tome of Foes. I'm not too happy with the wings. They are very close together. I think the miniature would be a little bit better if they could be a little bit more spread out. The pose is very similar to what we can see in the book. These monsters are basically knowledge gatherers. They can speak to the dead and actually prefer to gather their intel of secret lore or secrets from dead creatures whose spirits they can invoke and make come forth. It's actually an interesting character to use in the lowest level parts of your campaign, because it can project a duplicate of itself to gather information in its stead so as not to harm its actual physical body. During the time that he projects its duplicates, the creature is basically asleep. It's like the spirit goes out and inhabits the duplicate, so when the duplicate is destroyed, it basically just returns to the normal body. So you can use it many times in a campaign as a recurring NPC that shares knowledge with the players. They are actually, they can be used as oracles. I think that the Githyanki have some sort of coexistence with them. It might be a cool way to provide your players some information. Now, what will they give the Burlebang in return for that intel? That would be the interesting part to discover. And now, as for the big miniature, we have a large one, and I got a Married. It's so big that I need to push the camera a little bit away. So this obviously is a genie, but the water elemental kind. I'm actually not sure I'm going to use this miniature because, well, while Married can be temperamental and, well, they technically are slavers, they are among the more good-line genies alongside the Jinn. So I'm not terribly sure why my players would be fighting one Married, and they are also supposed to be extremely well-versed storytellers. So I can imagine my players gathering around the genie to hear an ancient tale about some precious artifact that they are trying to discover, or about this evil entity that they are going to fight. Well, obviously, I could imagine many situations where my players would really end up fighting the Married, but not quite sure. Still, it's very cool to have this miniature. It's pretty cool regarding the colors. I like the diversity. Really brings out that opulent idea that all genies want to convey, that they are very wealthy and powerful and mighty and regal, although the pose leaves something to be desired. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. And that's it for this box. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and if you feel like supporting what I do here in this channel, please leave your like, your subscription, and share this video with your D&D friends. And as always, check out my social media pages at @T1starcading in Twitter, @TheFirstArcading in Instagram and TikTok. It's mostly art stuff and ramblings, but if you like what I do here, probably you like what I do there too. Don't forget to check out the other videos in this channel as well. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video.